Long ago, in a small village surrounded by endless forests and silver streams, there lived a young woman named Nnenna. She was beautiful, not just in face, but in spirit. Her laughter made elders smile, and her kindness healed hearts. But inside, Nnenna was lonely. Every night, as the moon climbed the sky, she sat by the fire outside her hut, staring into the shadows. Her grandmother used to say, "Loneliness calls out to spirits. Be careful what answers." But Nnenna didn't believe in such things. She only wished for someone who would see her, truly see her. One night, while she whispered her wish to the stars, a soft wind brushed against her ear, like a voice saying her name. Nnenna. She turned quickly. No one was there, only the rustle of the trees. The next night, as she sat by the fire again, she felt the same soft wind. Then, a shadow appeared at the edge of her compound. A tall man, draped in dark cloth, his skin glowing faintly under the moon. "Who are you?" she asked, clutching her wrapper tightly. The man smiled, a gentle, almost sorrowful smile. "My name is Obi," he said, his voice deep like distant thunder. "I was drawn here by your song." Nnenna frowned. "I wasn't singing." He tilted his head. "Your heart was." Something about him made her heartbeat quicken. His eyes, silver and soft, held stories she couldn't read. Before she could ask another question, he stepped back into the shadows. "I will return when the moon is full," he said, and then he was gone. And he did return. Each night, Obi came when the world slept, when the moonlight painted the earth in silver. They would sit together by the fire, talking about dreams, about the stars, about everything and nothing. Sometimes he would touch her hand, cool like river water, and she would shiver, not from fear, but from something she didn't understand. Nnenna began to wait for the nights. She no longer cared for daylight or village gossip. She only lived for that soft hour when Obi appeared, walking out of the darkness like a dream. One night, she asked softly, "Why do you only come at night?" He looked at her, his eyes glowing faintly. "Because daylight is not for me." She laughed. "Are you a thief, then?" He smiled sadly. "No, I am bound by the night. The sun does not welcome me." Her smile faded, but her heart ached for him. She didn't know what he was, only that she didn't want him to stop coming. Weeks turned to moons. Their bond deepened. Sometimes he would trace his fingers down her arm, and the touch felt like lightning wrapped in silk. She would close her eyes and breathe in his scent, not of sweat or man, but of rain and night flowers. He would whisper stories of unseen worlds, where rivers had voices and trees remembered names. But one night, she noticed something strange. When she tried to touch his chest, her fingers passed through a faint shimmer, like touching smoke. She gasped, You're not real." Obi's eyes softened. "I am real to you, Nnenna. That is enough. But what are you?" "I am not of your world," he said quietly. "Long ago I walked among men, but I fell in love with a woman who betrayed me. The gods cursed me, to walk the earth only in shadow, never to feel sunlight again." He touched her cheek. "Until I met you."
Word spread in the village that Nnenna had changed. She no longer came to the market. She smiled to herself, spoke softly to no one, and always stayed awake till late hours. One day, an old woman named Mama Uduak, who was known for her knowledge of spirits, called her. "My child," she said, "your eyes carry the mark of moonlight. Tell me, who visits you at night?" Nnenna tried to lie, but her voice trembled. Mama Uduak sighed deeply. "You have given your heart to a spirit of the night. If you keep him, you will lose yourself. These spirits feed on love, and when their hunger grows, they take what they crave most, your soul." Nnenna stood, shaken. "No, he loves me. He would never hurt me." But Mama Uduak only whispered, "Love from the shadows always asks for more than it gives." That night, Nnenna confronted Obi. "Are you a spirit?" she asked. He looked away. "Would it matter if I were?" "It matters if loving you means losing myself." He stepped closer. His form shimmered faintly, half flesh, half mist. "I love you, Nnenna," he said, "but my time is short. When the moon wanes 3 times, I must return to where I came from. Unless—" "Unless what?" she whispered. "Unless you come with me." Her heart pounded. "Where?" "To the realm of the night spirits. You will never grow old, never die. We will be together forever." Nnenna's eyes filled with tears. "But my family, my home." "Love demands a choice," he said softly. "Light or shadow?" Days turned into nights, filled with confusion. Nnenna could no longer eat. Her dreams were filled with whispers from the river and cold hands brushing her hair. When the moon grew thin, Obi came one last time. He stood at the edge of the compound, his eyes glowing brighter than ever. "The time has come," he said. "Come with me, my love." Nnenna hesitated. "I can't." Obi's face darkened, his voice echoing strangely. "You promised you loved me." "I do," she said, tears streaming down her face. "But I belong to the living." The wind howled, the air grew cold. Obi's form began to flicker like dying light. "Then the gods will take what remains of me," he said, "and your heart will remember me forever." He reached out, his hand brushing her chest, and she felt something pull deep within her, like a thread snapping. Then he was gone. The next morning, villagers found Nnenna unconscious near the riverbank. Her skin was pale, her body cold. Around her neck was a single silver mark, glowing faintly like moonlight. She lived, but she was never the same again. She never married, never smiled the same way. Every full moon, she would walk alone to the river and stand there for hours, humming softly, the same tune she once sang by the fire. And sometimes, when the wind was right, villagers said they heard a man's voice humming with her. Years passed. Children grew hearing her story. They were told, "Do not call to the night with loneliness in your heart, for sometimes something will answer." The elders said that love is powerful, so powerful it can reach beyond life and death. But when love crosses the boundaries of the living and the spirit world, it always demands a price.
And so, the villagers named the place Nnenna's River, where the water glows faintly silver every full moon.
Love is like the night, beautiful, mysterious, but full of shadows. It can warm your heart or swallow it whole. When love whispers from the darkness, listen carefully, for not every voice that calls you by name comes from this world.